Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So sorry I didn't upload for like a full week. I just had a lot of work and school and I was going out with my friends. So yeah, I'll try to upload more consistently. And yeah, so this is the second part of the password vault tutorial. So yeah, I'll just get into it and show you guys the final result. So of course you enter the master password, right? Submit. And then basically here we're gonna have 3 grids with website, username, password, right? This is the actual passwords and stuff. But yeah, and you can delete them, right? And if I relaunch the app, test, it still is deleted, so you can delete them and you can add new ones. So hi, and go. And then you add it, automatically updates, and then I can refresh. And oh sorry, and yeah, so it works fine. So here you can store your passwords and anything you want. And if you ever want to reset the master password, I might add a button later on if you guys ask for it, but if not, you just go here and the password underscore vault.db, you just want to delete that, and then when you actually go into it, you choose a new password, but you won't have your passwords anymore. So later on I might do a button to only reset the master password but keep all of these. So if you guys want that, just tell me in the description below. And yeah, that's basically it, and let's get right into the coding. Okay guys, so first thing you want to do is you want to do from take enter import and then simple dialog. So this is going to be the pop-ups, right, to ask for the password, the username, the website. So this is going to make the pop-ups. And then you also want to do from func tools import partial. Okay, oh yeah, wait, sorry. So this is just I'll explain what it does later, but we need this. And then the database code, right? You want to copy this, paste, and then keep this first line, change the master password to vault. I'll call mine vault, so it's going to be the name of the table. Then you want to keep the ID, and then you want to change this to website text not null, and then comma, and then username text not null, and then password text not null. So this is gonna be where we save the username, the website, and the password for the vault, right? So just that's it, that's all we need here. And then before we actually create the pop-ups and everything, here let me just put a thing, create pop-up, and then in here you want to make a function. So do def pop-up, and then here input, or actually text explains it better, and then 2 dots. And then what you want to do is answer is equal to simple dot dialog dot ask string. So simple, oh yeah, simple dialog dot ask string, not dot dialog by the way, just simple dialog dot ask string. And then here you want to just put input string and then text. So what it's gonna do here is it's gonna create a pop-up and it's gonna ask for a string. So for text, this is just to say that the input is going to be a string, and then text is what we give it. So if we call this and we put in like what is your name, it's going to ask what is your name. And then let's just do print answer just so we can see. And then let's just call this real quick, pop up what's your name. Oh, there we go. And then let's run it. Wait one sec, where's the problem? Okay, yeah guys, so the error basically is you just have to put this, just have to put this after you actually initiate the window. So actually let's just put it in the first, actually no, let's put it in the vault screen. So go down to vault screen, password vault, and put it right down here. Yeah, so the problem is I was putting it out of the window, so it didn't work. Either way, so now you want to run it, right? Let's just enter. And then when you go to your vault screen, instantly it's going to give you this pop-up, what's your name? So let's type Oscar, and then in console, there we go, Oscar. So the pop-up works. So now in the vault screen, just delete the the pop-up, and then go back up here, and here you can delete the print, and instead you're going to do return answer. So basically when we call this function, it's going to give back to us what the user answers. So then next thing you want to do is you want to scroll down all the way to your vault screen. So this is like the actual hard part. Below your label.pack, you want to type button is equal to button, and then window, and then text is equal to, and then plus. So this is gonna be the button to add an entry, right? So like to add a password and a username and everything. And you want to do command is equal to add entry. Okay, there it goes. So that's our button. Then you want to do button grid, and then you want to do column and dash. Oh wait, column is equal to 1, and then comma pad y is equal to 10. So it's just gonna give some padding on the y-axis, and this is gonna put it in the first column. Yeah, by the way, sorry if sometimes I miss the ends. It's just my keyboard's kind of broken, and sometimes it doesn't register the end. And also up here, by the way, we need to change this. In here, you want to do label dot grid, and then column is equal to 1. Because basically label.pack works, but if we use pack on one item, we have to use it on all items, and then we won't be able to like make the grids with the website passwords and stuff like that. So add entry, you want to go up here, before, actually right after the widget.destroy, you want to go here, you want to do def add entry, and 2 dots, and then in here we're gonna do text1 is equal to website, and then text2 is equal to username, and text3 is equal to password. So what is it going to do? This is just the texts that we're going to give the pop-up function, so that it asks for your website, username, password. And then here you want to do website is equal to pop-up, and then text1. There we go. And then you want to do username is equal to pop-up text2, and then password is equal to pop-up text3. So basically this is gonna make a pop-up for the website. After you answer this, it's gonna store your answer here, then it's gonna make this one, store your answer here, make this one, store your answer here. And then what we want to do is we want to do insert underscore fields. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm back. So we want to do insert underscore fields is equal to, and then the 6 quotation marks, and then in here you want to type insert into vault. So that's our table. We want to insert website, username, and password. So that's like the fields, and then you want to do down here, you want to do values. So the values we insert into the fields, question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. And the reason we do that is that then we're going to do cursor, dot execute, and then you're gonna do insert fields dash, and then you're gonna put the website variable, and then the username variable, and the password variable. Because we can't actually put variables right into here, so we have to do question mark, question mark, question mark, and then put them here. And then of course at the end you do database.commit. Okay, so now basically all of this is done, and then you want to refresh the screen so it shows what you have done. So vault screen. Oh wait, it's not called vault screen, it's called password vault. There we go. So then we just refresh this screen. So that's it for add entry. And then actually before we do the rest, let's create def remove entry. So this is when we're gonna remove them. You want to take input, and then you want to do cursor dot execute, and then you want to get 1 comma delete from vault where ID is equal to question mark. So the difference between all the entries is the ID. So we're gonna use the ID to identify and delete it, and then you want to do comma input, and then comma after input. You want to make sure there's a comma, because if you don't, it's gonna not give it the right ID. So you want to make sure there's a comma, because this turns it into an int and it doesn't make it a string. And yeah, and then what you want to do is db.commit, and then vault screen again, password vault, so it refreshes. So then we have both functions, and then down here under the button, what you want to do is we're going to create all the basically the label grids where there's website, username, password. So you want to label is equal to label, and then window dash text is equal to website, and then you want to do label dot grid row is equal to 2 dash column is equal to 0, and pad x is equal to 80. Okay, so this is the part you want to make sure you get correct. You want to copy this twice, and then you change the row. Actually you keep the row, but you change the column by an increasing of 1 integer every time. So 0, 1, 2, you keep the same row and you keep the same pad x, and you just change the text. So website, username, and password. So now I'll just launch it, show you how it looks. Oh wait, actually, wait, did I mistype something? You see something? Column, wait, where is it? In check password button.grid. Oh yeah, I put capital Y, it's lowercase y. And then if you launch it, there we go. So now we have the password vault, website, username, password. So now we want to actually show the entries. Like if we enter an entry right now, it's not gonna show up. So what we want to do is below this, you want to do cursor dot execute, and then you want to do cursor dot execute, and then quotation marks, select full caps, select from actually select star from vault. Oh sorry, not the where. Select star from vault, and then below that you want to create if cursor dot fetch all. If cursor dot fetch all is not, so exclamation point equal and then none. So this is gonna make sure that there is actually something in the vault database, and if there is something, then it's gonna do I is equal to 0, because we're gonna use this later. Sorry, I is equal to 0, and then you want to do while true. So this is gonna run until we break it. So it's never gonna stop until we type break. So then what you want to do is cursor dot execute. Actually, you can just copy this line. Yeah, by the way, every time you use cursor dot fetch all, the line right before it has to be cursor dot execute. So yeah, just make sure, because sometimes it might not work. So you just want to make sure the line right before, and then you want to do array is cursor.fetchAll, because basically how the database is displayed, it's an array, right, with the first item being like, each item is gonna have the website username password. The second item is gonna have a different website username password. So we want to get each item and display them basically. So here you want to do label 1 is equal to label, label, and then window, and then dash text is equal to, and then parentheses, array, and then brackets I. So this is where the I comes in, I, and then 1. So 1 is gonna show the website, right? And then you want to do dash font. So this is just my like personal preference font, the quotation marks, Helvetica, and then dash 12. Okay, and then you want to just do label 1 dot grid, column equals 0, dash row is equal to, row is equal to I plus 3. I plus 3. Okay, so reason we're doing I plus 3 and we're doing array I is basically, so at the beginning it's 0, right? So it's gonna check basically in an array, 0 is the first entry. So it's gonna check the first entry, right? And for the first entry, it's gonna take the website text of the first entry, and it's gonna start, because it's on 0, it's gonna start on row 3. But then on the second entry, when this is gonna be 1, it's gonna be on row 4, and this is gonna be equal to 1, and it's gonna check the second entry. So I don't know if I explained that well, but it's basically just being able to check every entry without having to like hard code it in, you know what I mean? And then what you want to do, you just copy this twice, and then change this to 2 and this to 3, and you want to change the columns to 1 and then to 2. So yeah, so this is going to be the website, this is going to be the username, and this is going to be the password. And then the last thing you want to do is add the delete button. So you do button is equal to button, oh sorry, I forgot the N here. Button is equal to button, and then the window text is equal to delete, command is equal to, so this is where the partial, this import partial from functools, this is where it comes in. So you want to do command partial, and then parenthesis, remove entry, without the parentheses, and then comma, array, and then I, and then 0. So what this is gonna do is, if we put this directly, it won't work. So what this does is this takes the function with the current array and the current ID, because 0 is the ID, because it's the first position, and the array is the ID, so it takes the ID and it keeps it. Because if we didn't use this, it would take like the last ID found. So basically it would take the last item and it would delete the wrong item. So this is why we need this, just to make sure it gets the actual ID. And then what you want to do is button dot grid, and then column is equal to 3. We're gonna have it on the last column, and the row is equal to I plus 3 again. And then we want to also add some pad y. Pad y is equal to 10, so it's good. And then last thing you want to do is, of course, increase the I. So you do I is equal to I plus 1. So every time this runs, it's going to increase the I. And last thing we want to do to actually stop the while loop and it doesn't run forever, and do cursor.execute. Actually, let's just copy this. Cursor.execute, select star from vault, and then you want to do if length of cursor dot fetch all. So if the length of the array is less than or equal than I, then you want to break. So the reason we want to do this is that if I, right, it starts at 0, and imagine the length of the array is like 5, so we have 5 different entries. It's gonna run, it's gonna go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at 5 it's gonna stop running. So it's gonna run the 5th one, it's gonna get the 5th entry, and then it's gonna stop running, and it's not gonna run the 6th one because we don't have a 6th one, so that would just break the code. So I think we have everything now. If we just run it, test. Okay, there we go. Now it shows our old entry, so we can just add anything like website.com, hey man 123, bro, and then boom, website.com, hey ma 123, bro, and then we can just delete it. So let's delete this one, run it, test, boom, there we go. Delete this, and it deletes. There we go. And by the way, when you delete it, you do get this error, but it doesn't actually crash the app or anything. Like if I run it, I get the error. It doesn't crash the app or anything. It's like a minor error, so it's fine. If you want to fix it, you can. But yeah, this is basically it, guys. If you want to learn how to actually turn this script into an actual app so you don't have to run it from here every time, I do have a video from the auto clicker app, the part 2, and you can just watch that and do the same process because it's not any coding or anything, it's just an app. And yeah guys, so thanks for watching, and see you next time.